Okay, good day to everyone. How are you doing? This is a tutorial on how to edit audio drama, how to edit the audio drama so that each one of us can harness the opportunity and use it for to fit in the chain and be able to work effectively and in our area of calling and to be the best version of what God has called us to be. So the app we are using is CapCut. The app we are using is CapCut. So when one thing about editing, no matter even if it is book editing, film editing, anything that is about editing, editors are um correctors. They correct, they tell the story. Number one, they correct, they tell the story. Those are the two major um work of an editor. Number one, they correct, meaning they take away the excesses, they take away things that are not needed, they take away things that should not be seen, they take away things that are not expected, things that are not needed. So they take those things away. So when they take those things away, people see um, things that they ought to see, and things that when you are cooking for a man and you are making him see the whole process, it can be tiring. But when the food is ready and you just give him the food, he will just eat, he will enjoy it. But show him the process from the start, and that is the work of an editor. The work of an editor is to cook the meal to satisfy the person that is going to eat it, the consumer. So because of our time, let's go straight to the point. So now, um after getting to your CapCut, you create a new template, a new folder, a new timeline. Now when you create a new timeline, what you are doing is that so that you can have enough time to enough room space to work, you pick a picture. Just add a picture. So we don't need the picture, but you are going to delete it later. So you go to your now. Another thing I want to say before going ahead is organization. One thing that editors, the first work of an editor is to organize the file. If the actor do not organize the file, because if you organize the file, you rename organizing the file in the sense of renaming the file according to the scene and the character. Now I did not rename the file I want to use for you. So because I know the file, but imagine that you have a lot of bulky files on your phones. So to save you of that stress of looking for one audio from one place to another, taking time and the likes, so it's better that you just organize it well. So how do we go about that? Go to audio. So when you get to audio, you pick sound, click on sound. So in your sound, you go to where you store your file, the audio rushes. You click on device. That is where my own is. Then you look for the characters. Who are the characters? Mr. MD. Click on this box. So you have inputs, you have imported your file, your audio file, which is your first major breakthrough. Congratulations. So you delete the picture, then you listen to it according to the script. Look at it. The beauty of audio drama, what you are seeing in audio drama, whatsoever you are seeing in audio drama, is as the result of what the character is seeing. And what the character is seeing is the wave. You know, you can see this wave. The waves is the picture. So you zoom in for you to cut, because if you just cut, if you cut, look at it now. If you cut here, just cut. You don't know, you might have cut, you see that you have cut a discussion, you have cut something important. If you zoom out, You see, it was nothing, it was not obvious that you have cut one of the important dialogue away. So for you to cut appropriately and rightly, you zoom in to know where the work actually started. So there's something we call undo and redo. Okay, I think I will put you through all the interface a little bit, one after the other. So this is undo the splits. So anytime you made a mistake, or maybe you have been working, for you that you are using laptop, you can use Control Z. Sorry. Maybe you have been working and you just made a mistake to delete something. You use the undo. This is the undo. Yes. So, and you zoom in. After zooming in, so how do you zoom in? You put your two hands on your phone and drag. You drag your right hand will go to your right, your left hand will go to your left. Then you look for where the discussion started. You click on the wave, then you cut. Then you delete the unwanted one. You correct it, you delete. That is deleted now. So you can delete this one, the ending part also. So now listen to it.
Mr. Dekunle, what do you said happened last week when you are in the office with Mama Kuku? I want you to tell the whole management team what you said happened. Except you do, you just speak.
So the ending, this ending point,
Except you do,
I don't want it to be there because it's not there in the original script we are given. So the script that they gave you is what you'll be looking at. You check the scripts, you minimize from CapCut to the script that you have opened, check it, is it working? Then you cut. Okay, this was not part of the discussion. Now there's some action gesture the actors use that are not part of the discussion. The action gesture which are in their voice, maybe some mannerism that are needed, that are expected. Maybe when a man is afraid and is trying to look for the right word to use. So it's part of mannerism. So you may not necessarily cut it away if the director does not request you to cut it away. So but this one is not needed and we are going to cut it away. Don't forget what I told you, the principle of what zooming in. You zoom in, you zoom in, you zoom in, then after zooming in, you cut, which is split, you delete. After deleting, then you input the second file, sorry, the sand, go to where you got the first file, the document, then the device, then you the second character in that scene is Mr. Caleb, who respond to the MD's question. So can you see? You can bring it so that you can be able to easily access the character voice. So now you see, if you check this file, the file has named itself, it has tagged itself according to the name you use. So it will be easy for you to access. If another way for you to be able to access the file, because imagine that you're having maybe Mr. MD talk 7 times. You are now laying it on a straight line. It will be difficult for you to be checking Mr. MD. Sure, you understand? But if you place Mr. Caleb down and anytime Mr. MD is talking, you place it on the top. For example, now, let me check if I can duplicate this now. Okay, I've duplicated it. So Mr. MD is talking. Maybe after this discussion, Mr. MD now talk, now move it. You import another file. Sure, you understand? You import another file the way I taught you about importing. You import another file, then you put it on the top. I'm just trying to explain to you that you can put, if it is 3 dialogue, you can create a 3 timeline. These are what we call timeline. So if you create another one, so let's duplicate this. Maybe another third person is talking. So the third person will be down. So you see, Mr. MD, Mr. Caleb, maybe Mr. Dupe. So if it is fourth person, you create another timeline. Sure you understand. Now, so if okay. So if you want next time, maybe you are now going through the last phase, because after you do the first cutting, you do the second cutting, which is trimming, and um you trim it and you cross check maybe what you have edited is correct. So how you can easily be able to do that is when you lay if you put each timeline with if you use each timeline with the name of a person. For example, now the first timeline is Mr. MD, the second timeline is Mr. Caleb. So when you go to the third timeline is Dupe. So maybe the discussion now go to maybe 2 hours, 2 hours discussion. So when you need to go and pick Mr. MD discussion, if it is like this, if the discussion is like this, okay, pardon me, let me just do like this. If the discussion is like this, that it's just flowing, it is one timeline, you'll be needing to be strolling like this, to be checking the exact one. Now, if there are three, you'll be checking, okay, I don't want this person talk after this person. This one, no, it's not this person. It will be so clumsy for you. But if you arrange it like this, so when you check your script, you will know, okay, this person has talked. Okay, the next person that talk that has the dialogue you want to edit will be down. So you'll be able to access it. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, please ask question. So let me delete that one. We don't need that again. So you create each timeline for each character. So
happened. Yes, yes. So,
now this is where we will start our discussion. This is where we start our cutting. Now, when actors are recording, sometimes they forgot that they have pressed record before clearing their throats. Shey you understand? So it is only pro actor that will send you file that all you will be needing is just joining it with another file. It's only pro that will not give you that kind of problem. But sometimes even pro forgot or forget. So for you to understand your audio is you listen to the voice and be able to provide solution by what you click all this you don't need it, clearing of throat.
so.
This is where the action starts. You put your cursor there, you click on it, then you cut. You know you have zoomed in already. This is when you zoom out, you have zoomed in. Then you click on it, then you delete. So this is it. You move it closer to the flow. So now let me quickly chip in this. There's something in the script that the script you can't just see in the script. You can see in the script that cutting. When you are hearing cutting, meaning that you do not allow the last person to end the discussion before the another person continue the discussion. And how do you do that? You put it at the end of the last discussion, the wave that end the discussion before the other opponent cutting that wave. It is where you put it. Now listen to it.
Happened. So.
See? That's cutting.
So.
Now let me give us time to listen.
Happened. So.
Okay, let's start from here.
What you said happened. So. Um,
But if you see that in the script and in the flow, sometimes the script can contradict the flow. You should not do that, but sometimes it can because of the emotion the actor is using to tell the story. So if you want to do that, you move if you want to have space between, for example, if me and you are talking, there will be time you will be silent, there will be time I will be talking, and there will be time that before you talk you think. So the time that the character want to think before you talk, what you do for the character as the character creator, you move the character backward.
What you said happened. Sir.
That process of silence is you are creating a time for the character to what? To think. So then done with all this, after you are done with all this, you are going to export it. Let me teach you how you export again so that you just know that you are done and dusted with that. You click on your export, you see, then cut. So you before you export, you check your exporting setting. You check your exporting setting. So let me check if this one is having only the audio. I think on PC you will have only the audio. Let me delete, maybe this is one. uh Okay. I hope this one, because we only need the audio. And if you want to export the audio, you must export in waves. These are resolution. These are resolution for those people that are into video editing. Resolution is the quality of your picture, your movie. Okay, so far we don't have the audio alone. But if you have the opportunity of doing the audio alone, you just use wave. Wave is the best quality. Now let's go.
Mr. Dekunle, what do you said happened last week when you are in the office with Mama Kuku? I want you to tell the whole management team what you said happened. Sir. Kàyéfì ńlá mà ní o.
This how I don't want it again also.
Kàyéfì ńlá mà ní o.
You zoom in, you click, you split. It's still there. It's still there. So you now zoom in where the his own dialogue started. You split. You click on those places that you have cut. Then you delete. Then you move this voice, the wave, back to where it belonged to. So let's go.
Kàyéfì ńlá mà ní o. Sir, kàyéfì ńlá mà ló ṣẹlẹ̀. It
So
is a serious thing.
that is how you edit your audio drama. If you have any question, let me know, and you export it. Then you send it to the chief editor. Okay, I'm not exporting.